Look, the thing is that when you're married, you don't do it. Is that right? Is anybody still married and doing and having sex? Anybody in the room? Most people. Well, you're very young. How long have you been married? 25. How old are you? 40. Go to my car. Are you 40? 50. Why did you lie then? And everything else. This woman said she'd had sex 2 days ago. Hey? He's your husband. Feel sorry for him. How long did it take of begging? Hey? No, it's just I don't write this stuff. It's all written by these disgruntled newsagents. They say to me, go for the ugly woman. I don't even think about it. I'm just a vessel for their ad nauseum, you know, their evil inclinations. Because when people came into their newsagents and say, can we use a credit card? They would say, only cash. And after years, it just got to them. And they became my writers, and they're nasty, they're vindictive, they're vituperative. Sorry?
I think you need to go to Nepal.
What language was that?
No, I think you need to get your writers from Nepal.
Oh, from Nepal?
Yeah.
Well, like the Prince of Nepal killing his whole family.
No, I just think Nepal.
Well, what are you talking about?
I think
Edmund Hillary or something like that. The New Zealand, you know, mountain climbers. What's that all about? What are you talking about? What's that all about? I tell you, I got South African friends. I don't know if you've come across them at all, but I was with one the other day and he said, I can't believe it. It's out of control. Where did you poke your cock? I said, I poke my cock up your arse. I can't believe it. Out of control. Because in Melbourne, luckily, you escaped it. You got the Polish Eden. In Sydney, we got the South African pains in the arse. Hey, sorry? It's just a show, you fuckwit. It's not real. The only thing that's real is the misery in your fucking life. This is a fantasy situation created by 1,000 riders in some sweatshop in Guangzhou province. Suffering. Hey? Yeah, and you need to get chicker, that's what you need. Every Australian needs to get completely chicker. Look at that bloke, hey? How's the chemo working out? That's not a fashion statement, is it? Imagine covering yourself in tattoos from head to foot. Hey? And you're Jewish. Or Israeli. Look, the problem was for us... before the Hezbollah, Nasrallah, only 3 weeks and the Israelis are going to fucking get rid of Iran completely. You no more Iran. How does that make you feel? You couldn't fucking care less. What about boat people? You don't care about that either. Offshore, onshore, couldn't care less. Just keep them out of my fucking face. You see them walking down the street, kill them. But if you're a boat person, you're on your way to Christmas Island. I couldn't believe it. I heard the word Christmas Island. Christmas. Things are going to work out, Ahmed. 2 weeks later, you're on the roof setting fire to yourself. Because the dream turned into a fucking nightmare. Sorry? Don't come on. If I was with you, there's no chance I would come. Guaranteed. This gig would keep coming back to me. With that woman, it's a different thing. I'd go from the back. You're getting upset now, aren't you? Why would you get upset? It's your wife I'm taking the piss out of. You wouldn't get upset, would you? You'd be happy to move on, wouldn't you? You'd be happy to be down on that Thai massage, day in, day out. You'd like me to rub your balls. So you're young lovers. Are you married yet, or? Huh? You thinking about it? It's not Walt Disney, let me tell you. It's hard fucking yakka. Sometime he won't even want to look in there anymore. He'll be down at the Thai massage. Because some beautiful Thai girl will say to him, "You like me to rub your balls, lick the top of your cock." Might be happening already. A lot of men will say to the wife, "Just going for a jog." Because if you look out there, the proliferation of Thai massage outlets, it's astonishing. Even in this suburb, there's 35 Thai massage outlets. At the front it says, "Massage not extra." You go in, and that's all that happens. And that's what all the men are dreaming of in their fucking Westpac Bank. All sitting there, all the Westpac Bank employees are all thinking, "Okay, how am I going to tell my wife some bullshit so I can go to the Thai massage?" That's what they're thinking out at work. Women will think, "Oh, I can't wait till he gets home. Just been to the Thai massage." Do I sound bitter? I don't know. Does it sound a little bit bitter? Because I do a lot of work for feminism. And Jermaine Greer had just finished her big speech. Even the Yobbos are quiet. Can't believe what's going on here. We're working on many, many levels, don't worry. I come out this feminist show, 1,000 very tough feminist chicks. And I got a t-shirt which says, "I love every bone in your body, especially mine." Immediately I got them on side. And I say, "What are the 70 things that women do best?" 69 and fucking breakfast. And the feminists are pissing themselves. And I say, "How many?" This is a big feminist show. I mean, very tough show. I like this one. Lots of pillars. And I say, how many feminists does it take to change? So the Jews are just enjoying it on many different levels. They're going, "Yeah, I think I've heard that one before." Sorry, you're not Jewish? Thank goodness. For us. I don't think if you converted we would even accept you. We'd have to say, "There's one shiksa too many." Some people we reject on the grounds of just stupidity. You would be in that category. Along with your mum down here. And your dad. Happy family. Are you alright? It's just a show. You know it's a show, don't you? It's not real. Anything here is not, there's not, do people realise that? In Pakenham they thought it was all real. And when I went in the car park, got into my luxury limousine, so I headed straight back to the Park Hyatt last night where Kylie Minogue's waiting for me with cocaine and a crack. And straight after the show, there was about 40 of them around me. They thought I was Indian for some reason. No, they thought I was a light-coloured Indian from Nepal. Weird. How are you doing? With Belshazzar there or something? Where are you at the moment? Do people remember that Pope at all when he said, that guy was in the job 26 years and he was about as articulate as you and Gary Ablett. I belong to the RACB or whatever you call it down here. And I tell you what, I go to their annual general meetings, if they wheeled the CEO out and he said, "Roadside assistant," I would have fucking second thoughts. The Catholics put up with it for 26 years while all their mates are rooting around New South Wales. All the young kids that they can get their hands on until Four Corners spotted them. Thousands of priests on the run, on the move, like David Tsipras from the security organisation. Occasionally the Jews go off the rails too. I've got to admit it, but very, very rarely.